with this is, could you imagine Triple H and Khan in LA and your big signing, his segment gets cut? Tell me they weren't blowing up Bruce's phone of like, what the fuck?
But that's again though. That goes back to my point though. Like I said, tell me when I'm telling lies. When we had Monday Night Raw, and we hear it's the night after CM Punk returns. Tell me you don't think he's kicking off the show.
I didn't.
You get announced that
I didn't.
the first hour is going to be commercial free.
Uh-huh.
Tell me when I'm telling lies that you don't think that's lining up for him. You're expecting all of this. And like I said, it's a little bit of, it's going on at the end of the show. It's still good. It's still good. It's a little
I
rushed.
100% thought that's what they were going to do. If you watch a lot of times with Roman Reigns and such, when Roman Reigns returns next week, we don't get anything to the end of the show. It's a very WWE thing to do. They were going for the numbers. They were going for the ratings. And they started the show with Randy fucking Orton, not some slouch. So
I'm not saying, and this is not going against Randy. Randy, we even they could have bookended this show with CM Punk for all we know about. You could have had Randy end the show. You could have had Randy in the middle show, and respect to Roman and everything like that. But Roman's going to be there. This is the biggest thing talking about right now in pro wrestling and sports.
And they made everybody wait, man. And that's what I expected them to do.
And it fell flat, though.
It fell flat to you. It didn't fall flat to me.
No. Even
it didn't fall flat to me at all.
The references with the tie-ins and everything like that. Can we just?
They worked. They worked. They were great. It was a great promo. It was a good promo. It could have been longer, but he got his time cut. And again, I'd be pissed off at Bruce Pritchard, but again, he wasn't going to fucking get out there and get on AEW. The WWE doesn't acknowledge it, and I know the fans wanted it. I would have loved it, but I can't be mad that I didn't get it. And at the end of the day, man, again, when you know that big name's coming in, you make them wait. You make them wait, and that's what they did. The place went nuts for Orton.
But you make them wait, though, if you have something that's going to live up to that. I would have struck when the iron was hot.
Dude,
you start out Monday Night Raw.
The iron is scorching. The iron is scorching. Scorching. How much hotter can the iron get? It hasn't cooled off.
But it came out scorching, and you dipped that shit in ice water.
No, you didn't, though. You didn't. If you think the fucking thing, to me, that's fickle fandom, where you think that one night cooled it off. You still have another 7 days, and he might be on SmackDown. He might be there Monday, and it's going to heat up all over again. There is no cooling off. He's the hottest fucking thing out there. Our channel just got over 11,000 clicks on a 7-second video of Punk running a circle in the fucking ring. That is his power. That is what Punk brings to the table. And at the end of the day, watered down, nothing. They are capitalizing on it. Everybody wants more. It's like a good fucking appetizer. The first taste is free, and when we get into it, it's going to be good. He put the whole world on notice, and it cooled nothing off for me.
I'm going to touch on this right here real quick first, though. Love when KJ and Nick get into competitive banner mode. To me, though, it did damper it. I'm not saying, that's the thing.
Fine.
The thing I go to, it's completely cooled it off. It ended it. None of that. To me, it's one of those strike when the iron's the hottest and everything like that. Fucking, if you've got the jetpack strapped to you, fucking ride that shit out.
But they
go with it. Like I said earlier, you can't tell me
the main event of the Raw.
Let me finish. You can't tell me going into Monday Night Raw with coming off of CM Punk returning, and you get told the first hour is going to be commercial free. You didn't expect it to be.
I did not expect it. Just because you did doesn't mean I have to.
The vast majority did.
No, that's what your opinion is, because you feel like the vast majority should feel that way, but that's not accurate. There was a good collection of people, and like I used the example of a Mick Foley, a Bully Ray, a Mark Henry, that all felt like they did it the way they should have done it. It was perfect.
I'm not saying don't give me it played out. I'm saying start off with the show with that. Give me the hook line. Give me it out the gate.
And then what's stopping you from just watching something else? I got my Punk fix. I'm going to leave.
You set it up to where he's going to bookend the back end of the fucking show or something like that.
Why?
There was no timing even to Seth or anything.
Oh, so You don't have to tie it into Seth. He made his references. And we know this is where it's going. So cooling off, nothing cooled off, my guy.
So you
Again,
wait until
you
the end
might
of the
not
show
like
when you
it.
get a quick-in segment and everything like that with a generic pay-per-view promo.
What?
I get the references. Everybody's holding their hat on that of that. Well, he made references. We get that. It still wasn't great.
It wasn't the bomb that it could have been. But him going last in the main event spot, just like a lot of the other main eventers do, I got no problem with it. Plus, you opened the show with Orton. Plus, you got a great match from Orton. And
I've
that little
seen better
promo.
Roman Reigns promos that people have been harsher on than this fucking CM Punk promo.
Why? He came out, he delivered his message to the world. He put WWE on notice, and here we go. Like, it wasn't a bad promo. It was not a bad promo. And again, we can argue this till we're blue in the face. Just because you didn't like it doesn't mean the vast majority of people did not like it. Just because you didn't like it doesn't mean it
I will
sucked.
stand up for the voice of the voice.
He is the voice of the voiceless, and the voiceless are losing their voice screaming over this guy. Nothing changed. He did not cool off. He is not like I said, I went off last night on JD from New York. Oh, well, he's just a puppet, and this is what a waste. It's over, it's ruined. Fuck that shit. If anyone out there is thinking Monday night killed CM Punk, they're not paying attention. Not you, him. Now, overall, again, he hasn't cooled down at all. It doesn't ruin him. It makes everybody still asking fucking questions. And that's what you need from your fan base. They're going to keep tuning in and they want to know what's next. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
I would rather have more talking points.
I had plenty.
Coming out of
Clearly.
Let me finish. Coming out of this of where he's going, then why didn't we get that in the beginning? I'd rather be talking about where we're going than why do I not feel that great coming out of where we were?
What do you mean?
But
I still feel great about it. So what does that tell you? Like, I still feel great about it. So what? So the fans that loved it, for all the fans that are tweeting it out, for all the impressions it's getting, for all the love he's getting, what cooling happened? What is not as hot anymore? What went wrong? Other than they teased everybody and the segment was a little shorter than it should have been.
That was some bland ass material though. And I get like there was a ton of us though. I will admit it is a bit of what I expected, but you can't tell me though that there wasn't a ton of us that expected him to come out in guns a-blazing and everything.
That's not his fault.
And then when you have
that's not his fault. Right?
When he comes out and this is my home, and I get that I'm not one of those people that's, oh my God, oh, lose my mind. That was clearly playing it in the hypocrite line and everything like that.
I want happy.
This is just, I don't even know. Like, I don't know. I just don't want to slow play with this shit a little bit. Like,
you
can slow play and not.
We're on day 4.
I think we're no playing instead of slow playing.
They're not slow playing at all. Like, I mean, it's day 4 of his return, bro. Like, what? I don't get it. Like, again, because, and we've talked about this a million times, and you and I have had similar arguments. Just because we expect it doesn't mean the wrestler's obligated to do it. And the place went nuts for him, and they will continue to go nuts for him. And when they set up him and Seth, which I believe they are, they'll dig in a little harder. The promos will get a little more intense. But he's the biggest happy baby face right now. He came out, he smiled, the crowd went nuts. There was no reason for him to come out spewing venom. He won. He's sitting on the biggest cloud of all of them. He won. So we got to do a victory lap that actually meant something. And it was beautiful. And I'm good with it.
Fair enough. I'll let you take your victory lap. I was going to click through some of the comments talking about what we said and everything. Yes, I wanted a pipe bomb. Yes, I did 100%. Yeah. And I feel like I am not alone. You're not. I've been painted in this picture that I was alone.
You're not alone.
I'm not alone.
You're not alone. You're not alone. And I said that. That's fine. But people being mad that they didn't get a pipe bomb doesn't mean it's PG Punk. It doesn't mean it's shitty Punk. It means it was one night. And someone, like I said, JD was, if first impressions mean something, it's CM fucking Punk. He's made his impression. He made 71 million impressions. So let's not get it twisted, folks. He just reintroduced himself.
But you couldn't have. So okay, but so then if what he did there was so great, you couldn't have started the show off with that.
You make everybody wait. You make
But
everybody.
if it's so great, then you give people 2 hours to talk about it.
Why would you start the
If
show
you're going
off
to
with-
sell them on Monday Night Raw instead of you're going to sell them
Are
to
you
build
not-
to get to that?
Are you not?
If that's so
Are
big, if that's your moment, then you go with
Is-
that. And you come out the gate.
No,
hot.
are you not constantly critical of Tony Khan for opening the show with the best thing he's got?
Yes, but goddamn it, I'm a
Oh,
Johnny Cochran. Goddamn it.
Yeah. All right. Well, the people who need to go to bed. I need to go to bed, but I personally don't like Punk. But the dude kept almost two.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
No.
2 people tuned in. Almost 2 people apparently tuned in for 3 hours to see what he was going to say, and if he was going to take shots at AEW. WWE knew what they were doing. I agree. People like Luna Havoc watched an entire Raw this week because the CM Punk was on it. They didn't just watch the first 15 minutes and then tune out. If CM Punk was on the beginning, Luna would have went to bed.
Can we agree though on this of everybody that's like just hating Monday Night Raw of like, we'll see, we got, nothing bullshit Monday Night Raw and then all this. Like I'll go back and forth with you 100% about how I feel about the whole Punk situation and everything. But in between that, was it a bad Monday Night Raw? It was kind of what we expected.
It was a great Monday Night Raw.
Right, but everybody was, I'm saying the vast majority of the people, like you said,